Here we have the new 2026 GMC Canyon. Comes in the standard crew cab configuration, AT4 trim level. Onyx black is the paint, and then we have jet black with timber leather interior. The powertrain consists of a 2.7 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, full 4-wheel drive here. As we come around to the front end here, we get our LED headlamps along with the LED daytime running lights and LED fog lights. Lights don't dance like that. That's just how my camera's picking them up, but love the front fascia of the AT4. Love the lights, the red recovery hooks up front. And it's just a really sophisticated yet tough looking truck. These are gonna be 18-inch aluminum wheels. And we do get a factory 2-inch lift on the AT4. Running boards there. Passive keyless entry on the front. And then to the door panel, we have our power door lock controls, memory seat functions. We get a one-touch up and down window for the front, express down on the other 3 doors. Power mirror controls are there. And we get blind spot monitors in the side mirrors. Trailer brake controller, hood release. There are the pedals. We get a manual tilt, telescoping steering wheel. And then here's our power driver's seat with 2-way power lumbar support. Now I want to give a huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Now I have the seat up front adjusted for my size, someone being 6'3" with longer legs, so sitting behind myself, a little bit of space back here, about what you expect from a mid-size pickup. Now you have a USB-C and a USB-A charge port. 3-prong household plug-in is down below. You can barely see it. The bottle holders are there. And there's a look at the front from back here. Middle seat will fold down. We have bottle holders. And then we have a sliding rear window. You just press the button in there. You can slide that forward and back. Now your child locks are on the side here, so you can unlock and lock there. I'm glad I didn't close the door, because I would have been locked in the back. And then if you want to get to the storage underneath, pull this lever here, and then with the other hand, you see your jack and whatnot is back there. You can put a few other things there as well if you want to. Fuel filler. And I apologize if the wind noise is coming through. It's just kind of going in and out today. There's a look at the back end. Hitch receiver. We have the parking sensors integrated in the rear bumper. There's a spare underneath. Exhaust. Then we have the easy let down tailgate. And you have a 3-prong household plug-in back here. Now as we come around to the rear passenger side, your lower anchors for the car seats are sticking out just a tad right there. And if you need top tethers, you can just hook up right here. And then to the front passenger seat, you get power with 2-way power lumbar support here. And I'm very pleased that we have this in the AT4 with the premium package. We have dual power seats with lumbar, because that kind of makes or breaks getting a truck like this, or maybe just paying a little bit more and going up to a full size, in my opinion. Glove compartment there with the owner's manuals. And I like how this timber kind of goes throughout there. Love the trim there. You see it on the door panel as well. And then within the seats, that's just a really nice look. And then to the window sticker here. Y'all can pause anywhere you need to take a closer look at anything. But $53,949 is that sticker price. Parts content and fuel economy there. As we come back to the front, just a quick look in the engine bay. And there's that 2.7 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. Before we hop in the driver's seat, I'm just going to show off the blinkers. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn. We get a Bose sound system. And then over here to the infotainment system, we get AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. We can pull up our vehicle status here so you can see the oil, life, tire pressure monitors and all of that through animation. Or you can go within these sub-menus and see all of that there. So quite a bit you can actually keep your eye on. And your settings here, your vehicle settings include rear seat reminder, teen driver, buckle to drive. And then if you go back to the system settings down below, you can change your language and then your units of measurement here. And then you do have shortcuts on the side here, so your controls are here. You get a heads-up display, so you can fool with that there in terms of turning it on or off, adjust the brightness, the height, the rotation. The power window lockouts there, the traction control, the fog lights, the auto high beams, all of that's there. And then you have the sub-menus you can go in this way as well if you want to access a bit more. Now your headlights are in the screen, so you can go there to do that, or while the screen's on, you'll always have the shortcut here where you can adjust those. But if you set it to auto 99.9% of the time, that's going to be good enough for you. We get dual zone automatic climate controls. You can see the screen there, the knobs here, buttons throughout, and then we have 3-stage heated cooled seats. And I really like that we have the availability of actual buttons here, because that helps in terms of just getting people that are kind of in this segment that might not want to use the screen. Having the buttons that they need here is going to keep them from steering away from this, I think. Your audio sources, once again, are right there. Your off-road widget, you can see the different option you have in terms of what you can see here. So it's pretty neat. It's the front camera. And you have an air down mode as well. Google Maps system too. Backup cameras here, you get that bird's eye view, which I love, so you can see, especially when parking, that you're right in between the lines. And down here, let all the windows down, auto stop, hazards, lane keeping system. Sorry, I kind of dropped the camera a bit too much. And then you do have an aux switch you can hook up as well. USB-C, USB-A duo, and then you have a wireless charging pad here. Full 4-wheel drive, so you can just kind of press one way or the other to shift the 4-wheel drive there. And then we have the electronic parking brake. You pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. Now for the drive modes, turn this knob one way or another. You have normal, and then you have terrain, tow haul, and then off-road. For the shifter, hit the brake, pull the lever, reverse, neutral drive. You have that low gear there, or the low mode, and then you can use the limiter to go through those gears. You can see what gear you're in that bottom part of the gauge cluster where it's red. Bottle holders are here. Center console cubby space. Removable tray is there. And then OnStar. Lights are here. You can tilt on this side, slide the sunroof back. So I'll show you a one-touch slide here. So it goes back pretty far. You can shut it one touch as well. There's a look at the back seat from up here. The vanity mirror. And then back up front, left side stalk, blinkers, high beams, wipers, fluid. And then on the left side of the steering wheel, on the back, you can go through your track list, radio station presets. And on the right side, volume up, volume down there. Cruise controls here. If you want to go between adaptive and regular, just hold this button down and it'll let you know when one or the other is selected. When you're in adaptive cruise mode, you can just toggle the gap adjust there, set your speed here, and then heated steering wheel toggle. Audio sources you can go through here. You can use this as a scroll bar when applicable, and then press it in to check it. My bad. And then voice recognition, mute, phone, and then this button goes through the gauge faces. Now in front of me, directly, you look through the glass there, that's the heads-up display. It's not flashing like that, that's just the camera. Push button start. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2026 GMC Canyon AT4 out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Canyon AT4, pretty good power from the 2.7 Turbo Max, I think. Especially under just moderate throttle, it gets up to speed nicely without getting really high in the RPMs, burning up gas. The turbo does a lot of the work. And I personally think it's pretty fun to drive. Now you can get quite a bit of space up here. I've scooted the seat back so I could just kind of maximize my viewpoint here. But yeah, from the driver's seat and the passenger seat, you can get a lot of space back here, but that does kind of take away from your rear seat space. Here we go. So again, the 2.7 is pretty peppy. I wouldn't necessarily consider it fast, but that's not what you get these trucks for. The V6 that is in the 22 and older Canyons, I think it's a solid engine, but I like how this drives better. I want to give one more thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But sound acoustics in the cabin are pretty good. Not hearing a lot of wind noise. The overall ride is really good. And I actually like the sound of the engine. You can hear the turbo kind of spooling at this speed. And it's a nice overall ride, I think, for a truck like this. If you want something that's kind of rugged, rough, AT4-esque, if you will. Now, in terms of what you get for the money, $54,000 is a lot of money, right? I mean, pretty much everything's a lot of money when you're trying to buy groceries, you're trying to buy a vehicle, a house, everything's expensive. But I feel like for what you get, it's a solid choice. You have heated, cooled seats, you have a Bose sound system, a sunroof, even things like having a heated steering wheel, a heads-up display. I feel like in this AT4, the cost kind of fits with what you get here in today's market. Now, we can't get 40 grand loaded trucks anymore, unfortunately. You barely get a Maverick for that. So again, for this caliber vehicle, I think this is a good price point to get a 2-inch lift from the factory, warranty. This truck at Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty and just all of these amenities that you get in the vehicle. The only thing I would probably go for is the bed liner, but you can do that aftermarket if you don't want to do it through the manufacturer. But me, just how I throw stuff in the back of the truck, I've got to have a bed liner because I don't want my paint scratched up. But I think this is it's a really good truck for the money. Again, driving dynamics are good. relatively fuel efficient to have a lifted pickup truck, and is relatively hefty in terms of towing capacity as well. I think these do 5,000–6,000 pounds. I think the elevations with the just the base elevations, two-wheel drive maybe, those can do almost like 7,000, maybe over 7,000 pounds in terms of tow capacity. So for these kind of trucks, that's a lot. And they can pretty much tow what you needed to without needing a heavy duty pickup truck. And you know, I'm here for that. All that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 GMC Canyon AT4.